Alright, this is my 03 VT750 Shadow Spirit. Bobber build. We'll start at the front. This is a 19-inch front wheel. It's on progressive suspension. I've got LED bulb inside the factory housing. This is the TJ Customs brake line, single cable. Forgot who makes this one. I got the TJ grips just because I wanted the single. These are 14-inch bars from tip to tip, 31.5. Gauge, relocated. Aftermarket turn signals, right turn signal, horn, left turn signal. I do have the solid bushings. Huge world of difference. Let's see, I got the 3.5-inch forward controls. This is a Rebel 250 gas tank, 3-gallon. You do have to run the Rebel 250 petcock valve because the VT750 petcock valve is a different thread. So this outlet from the Rebel is smaller in diameter when the fuel line for the VT750 is a 3/8. So you have to run a barbed adapter, 3/8 to 5/16, I believe. Not a big deal, but this, I took this off, and the holes in here, the ports are drilled a little bit bigger because you need that fuel. Headlight, it's my off position. You got high beam, low beam. Let's see, factory, front sprocket, shit. Same 17 tooth, but this rear sprocket is a 38 tooth. So it's a little sluggish in stop and go traffic, but when you're doing highway speeds, you're not looking for that 6th gear. And I ordered a 120 link chain, but when I adjusted it, I was almost maxed out and still had a bunch of slack, so I took 2 links out, so 118. I like it. I had a 41 tooth on there, and it was perfect for in and out of traffic, but it sucks on the highway. I got a 180 rear to 15, 180, 70, or 15. Let's see, Cobra exhaust. And then as far as the carb goes, I'm running the pods. So I'm running pods and the Cobra exhaust, which was chopped. My jetting, I have a 125 main, 45 pilot, and my needle jet has an E-clip with 6 positions. From the top, it's on the 3rd position. When I do my idle drop procedure, I'm sitting at 2.5 turns. After I sink the carbs, I turn this in and it drops at 1.5, turn it back out to 2, and then I turn it all the way out and it drops at 3.5 turns, bring it down to 3. So halfway in between 3 and 2 is 2.5. Let's see. Oh yeah, I gotta. This is my off switch, kill switch, on, and then press start. So I can shut the bike off either on this side or by turning the key. Turn signals here. What also there. I got these mounted in the frame underneath the seat, and I got a rear brake light right here. So I got that mounted in the frame, and then the wiring goes through here. Same thing. Goes through there, down this tube, comes out under the seat, and I've got all that wiring completely redone and tucked nice and neat. I pulled this whole harness off, unraveled it, found some issues, some pinch points, exposed wires, redid all the ends, everything, rewrapped it, tucked it into the bike. I'll show you. So I'll hit my left turn signal, right turn signal. Turn the headlight on. High beam. And my brake lights. My kill switch. Push button. I am going to do a couple more things. This horn sucks. Also, I'm going to I'm going to get rid of that coolant reservoir. I'm going to get a different horn, relocate that, and put the reservoir right here. Besides that, I enjoy the bike, but I want that 6th gear. I would like to take this all apart, strip it down, and repaint the bike. Trying to think if I missed anything. Oh, another thing. I got these cheap ass choke knobs. They work. The factory one was routed incorrectly. And since this is a dual carb, you've got 2 cables. Where the 2 cables route into one, right there was split. And this side, the plunger was slightly stuck open. So this bike, when you started it, it ran great. But once it got hot, it kept allowing too much fuel to dump into this rear jug, fouling out all my plugs. I spent probably about a month trying to figure out why I kept fouling my plugs out, why I would run like shit. I changed all my jetting, pulled everything out, cleaned the carbs, couldn't figure it out. But when I saw a photo, when I downloaded the owner's manual, I saw a photo of the carburetor, and the choke cable was routed differently. So I started looking at that, and I saw that it was split. So I pulled the plunger out, and I measured both sides and realized that this one was a 1/16 shorter, allowing more fuel in even after the bike warmed up. Just completely flooded that cylinder, fouled my plug out. So I ordered those cheap individual choke plugs. It cleans it up too. Just gonna pull it out. There you go. They work great. Not a problem. So, if your bike runs great, but once it's warmed up, runs super rich, fouls the plugs out, look at your choke plungers. Huge deal. I went through so many different sets of plugs, wires. I bought aftermarket coils, so these coils are still the OEM ones, but I got the nice wires from TJ Brutal once again. And then I got the boots, the NGK boots. So I made sure, I mean, I had a multimeter on the boot. I was testing everything, making sure, I mean, I'd made sure I had a good plug, used a good boot, and I'd ground it to the frame. I got spark. I'd take that plug off and I'd put it on this plug, and I did all over. I mean, I was trying to diagnose everything. I was getting spark. I didn't understand why I was flooding my rear jug. Your plunger, 16th inch, too short. So, any questions? Comment. Thank you.